Hey, how's it going? It's Cutaway from GB. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the brand new signature line for Jayson Tatum from Jordan Brand. It's the Jordan Tatum 1s. I hope that we can all agree that this is a very specific looking shoe. When my colleague does the close-ups and shows you all the cool stuff that's going on here, this is basically a see-through shoe. And it's obviously, you know, it leaves a great first impression, but it's not really a fashion or a style detail. It's a tech spec of the shoe. And before we get into all of that, I just want to point out that unlike most of the shoes that we do reviews for, I personally feel that, again, most of them could be worn on and off the court, you know, for practices, for games, and for your everyday activities. When it comes to comfort and all of that, this is a shoe that you can wear all day long. But given its such a specific appearance, its specific look, it is definitely a shoe that is made only for basketball, for playing basketball, for practicing basketball, and only for indoor courts. So this is my first recommendation about the Tatum 1s. Now we can get into the details, as I said, of the parts of the shoe that are basically missing and that are see-through. And all of this is done to have the lightest Jordan shoe of this season. And it was funny, when I picked up the box, I thought that there was only one shoe in it, because sometimes, you know, we have the boxes in the back of the store and the other pair is out on the shelves. But here both shoes were in. I took the box and I thought, wow, this is so light. There's definitely only one shoe in it. But actually both shoes were in there, and this is, you know, a great thing that they did here with the shoe being super light. The fact that it's light doesn't mean that you will be missing on, you know, foot support or stability, because there's definitely plenty of cushioning here around the heel. There's this sweet double layered mesh upper, which at the same time has that premium look, because some shoes, well, actually almost all the shoes these days have a mesh upper, or a vast majority of the shoes, and sometimes the upper is not of the highest quality. Here I will go and say that it's, you know, it has a premium feel to it, and also a durable feel to it, which obviously is a huge plus. Additional weight, I guess, was removed from the shoe with these holes here in the tongue of the shoe as well, but obviously that supports ventilation together with the mesh as well. So all of these things working towards decreasing the weight of the shoe, but also working towards giving you that support, that stability, and that feel that you want to have when you have a sweet looking pair of shoes like this for your game, for improving your game. We're finally moving on to these TPU parts here on the side, on the outer side of the shoe, the lateral side. And this obviously, it's a great feature that catches the eye, but it's actually here to also provide additional stability for the foot. So again, this is a TPU part right here. And then when it comes over to the inner, to the medial side, it becomes patent leather. And obviously whenever we see Jordan and patent leather, it's a callback to the 11s. So it's a nice detail. And overall, I also think that something that is going on here with the see-through part, it's almost like a rebirth or a remix of the Eclipse plate. The Eclipse plate, for those of you who don't know, was such a great solution on the Air Jordan flagship models 34, 35, and 36. It didn't come back on the 37s. So here, I think it's somewhat of a, like I said, a remix or a rebirth of the Eclipse plate, and it feels great. When you put the shoe on, I've been trying it out here in the store, and I'm enjoying it. I like the way it feels, and it's also, you know, like a cool detail where you can, you know, you can feel your foot if you poke the shoe from the bottom here. So it's a nice detail with the shoe. Then also there's the second opening here. We can see a 4-foot Air Zoom unit. And one thing that I also have to point out about the Zoom unit here is that it's thinner. It's thinner than it is with most other Nike basketball shoes or Jordan basketball shoes. And again, this is done to decrease weight and also to increase that court feel, to keep your foot as close as possible to the ground, to the court, because according to some articles that I've been reading, that's exactly what Jayson Tatum wanted from his shoe. And another thing that confirms this is also the sole. We can see that the sole basically consists of two parts. We can see the foam here in the back and then the translucent rubber in the front, and they actually work differently. From my testing and from my experience with the shoe, the front part really grips, and it shows that it's, again, designed for Jayson Tatum, who spends a lot of his time on the court on his toes, so he can make his moves, his cuts, take his jumpers, drive for layups. And again, the foam is lighter here in the back and it reacts a little bit differently. So my idea or my guess would be that, if you're a player that doesn't play in a similar way to Jayson Tatum, it might not work great for you, but still it's a great solution because everybody has to play on their toes. It's just a matter of how much time do you spend playing on your toes. So that's a really important distinction or characteristic of the shoe. I think that these are the major technical details of the shoe. We can just go through some more style details. We have the JT logo here, or the JT initials. Here it says Deuce on the back. For those of you who don't know, that's Jayson Tatum's son, who spends a lot of time with him at court sides of NBA games, at press conferences. Here we have Tatum's number 0, his signature, the Jumpman here and here as well. And this is the Zoo colorway, the first one that is releasing. I like the red embroidery here around the heel. So overall, great details, nice look of the shoe. Hopefully you'll have a chance to come visit our stores in Slovenia, Hungary, or Croatia to try them on. If not, if you're getting the shoe online, go true to size. If you are a person with a regular foot, if you're a wide footer, then my recommendation would definitely be to come to the store if possible to try these shoes on, because you will probably have to, go at least a half a size up. So I think that pretty much covers all the major points. Once you try the shoe on, let us know what you think about them in the comments or on any other social media channels that we have. So that's it, I think. Thanks for tuning in.